Hello and welcome to a new video. We are today, again, heading out with the Twizy on the trailer towards Hilton. And this video is not going to be about the driving and the consumption and the efficiency so much, but more about the charging stops. If it's possible to go a further distance, like 400-600 kilometers, something like that, I think, with a standard range Model 3, or generally a car that isn't made for super long distances, with a trailer on the back that isn't super aerodynamic. So let's jump in and see how it goes. So just for the curiosity, I also reset our trip meter and renamed it Twizy to Hilton, because that's where we are going from down here near Karlsruhe in southern Germany to Hilton, which is around Cologne, more or less, a bit above Cologne, in the center, in the middle of Germany. So quite a trip. The first stop will be my friend Mike's house, who I'm gonna pick up and who's gonna come with me, so I don't have to do this alone, and also he just wants to join, so that's pretty awesome. And we're gonna meet some friends in Hilton. That's why we're going there, but of course if we're going that far a distance with a trailer, I'm gonna make a video about it, because I guess that could be interesting. We don't have that great infrastructure for trailering yet here, so it might be kinda helpful to see how I'm gonna plan. I don't know, because I'm also not sure yet. I know there are 2 superchargers that the car, or that Better Route Planner planned in for me, which are Bensheim, where we've stopped when we went to Frankfurt with the Twizy on the back, and also Limburg an der Lahn. That's the nice Fastnet site. We've been there with the Model S Plaid, I think. Both are good for charging with trailers because they are pull-through. They're not optimal because there are like 2-row superchargers that you park back to back. So if you pull in with a trailer, you're blocking one stall for another one. I don't think that would be that big of a problem because both superchargers are pretty well built out, and they can both, like, I've never seen them completely full, but it's also the beginning of holiday season here, so summer holidays, so there might be maybe lines or so. I'm not sure. We're gonna see. Let's hope all works out. Otherwise we can still like adjust our planning and not only go to superchargers, but also to NBW or Fastnet, or I don't know, Aral also sometimes has nice trailer spots. We're just gonna see on the road. We're at 84% state of charge in my 2021 Tesla Model 3 standard range LFP. So with the trailer on the back, we got about 160 to 180 kilometers of range on the Autobahn with 80 to 90 kilometers an hour. So might be interesting to see where we want to charge. We also need to not only go Autobahn on this first part, because we gotta pick up Mike, of course, and that's about 20 minutes away from the next Autobahn entry or exit. So yeah, we're just gonna head there and then we'll see. I'm gonna give you some driving recordings and not too much talking. I'm gonna come back to you with my face as soon as we are starting to plan out our charging stops. So let's see where we're heading first. We just cleaned the windscreen a bit, not too good, but that's all fine. That's still in place. Straps also looking good. Nothing to worry about here. We just had some weird noise, but I think it was just some sidewalk bump or something. I don't know. But should all be good, I think. Yeah, that's all right. Great. Let's jump back into the car. And the trip planner currently says that we should go to Limburg supercharger with 3%. Let's see if that works out, because I disabled trailer mode to be able to carefully use autopilot. If I re-enable trailer mode, it says minus 15%. So let's wait a second if it readjusts, or if it doesn't, I'm not sure. It doesn't. Alright, that's interesting. Well, I'm just gonna keep it in trailer mode until we are... Well, no, I'm not, because I want to be able to carefully use autopilot. Yeah, Bensheim and then Limburg, maybe that. Maybe we're also just gonna go to another non-supercharging stop. Let's see. Preconditioning can't hurt. Batteries at 31 degrees Celsius right now, so pretty cool. Let's get that up to 45-ish degrees Celsius, then we should be fine. And yeah, let's just continue on our trip with at least a bit cleaner windshield than before. Not that much, because that Aral washer was pretty shit, but yeah, a bit better it is, I think. Let's try if we can help it out. Yeah, well, not really. Okay, so meanwhile the car removed Bensheim as a charging stop. I also wouldn't have gone there, because we would have been there with around 40%, and that wouldn't make any sense. So it rerouted us back to Limburg, and now it says charging needed to reach destination. We should be arriving in Limburg with 2% state of charge, but my car doesn't like that. So we're just gonna keep an eye on that. There are some options before. There's a city watt charging park like 30-40 kilometers before Limburg, I think. And there's also rest stop at Camberg with Ionity, which wouldn't be perfect because we can't really charge there with the trailer. So maybe the city watt stop is a bit better, but also I'm not sure if that's a pull through. Normally it isn't. Normally it's just in the parking lot, but we could pull in forward and pull the cable to the back of the car. That should reach normally, because they mostly have Alpitronic hyperchargers with the long cables, and I think they should be long enough. But yeah, we're just gonna keep an eye on that. 1% might be a bit too close, but our consumption is really not too bad. I would have thought it would be worse. We're at 20.2 since start and 20.6 since the gas station. So yeah, not too bad. The road isn't too good here. We're kind of bumpy. Gotta keep an eye on the Twizy, that it doesn't jump away back there. But yeah, still looking okay. Let's keep an eye on our state of charge on arrival, and yeah, let's just see how that's gonna go, and probably gonna go charge earlier. Funny thing now, the car says charging needed to reach destination. We're gonna be arriving with minus 1% in Limburg, but it doesn't change our plan. I didn't put in any stop manually. I just told the car I want to go to Hilden to the seat and greet. That's all I gave them as like restrictions or anything. Trip planner is active, so the Limburg charging stop was added by Trip Planner itself. and now it just doesn't do anything. It just says, yeah, you're not gonna make it. Have fun dying. I don't know.
It also says you have to drive nearly 20 km km/h faster than now.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't realize that we're going slow and we have pretty low consumption. And I don't know. Doesn't make any sense. So we're just gonna keep an eye on that. The City Watch charging park is a bit earlier. Yeah, still 20.6. Still consumption is super good. Doesn't make any sense. I think we might make it. Maybe also not. We gotta do some maths to check that. Not meth. That wouldn't be too good. And there's a truck about to overtake us, even though we're already kinda fast enough for them not to be allowed to pass us. They are allowed to go 80 kilometers an hour. So why, bro? Currently navigating to Bad Camberg, the rest stop right before the supercharger, like right before is like 20 kilometers before or so, and we should be arriving there with 1%. It just had been like 2%, I think, and we should be at 1.9. Yeah, that's okay. We should make it there without a problem. I hope, at least. Otherwise, we've got a slight problem. But yeah, I think we should make it. We got 12% and 24 kilometers to go, so 2 kilometers per percent state of charge, which would lead to exactly 200 kilometers on one charge, which kind of fits in with my experience with the trailer. Nice 87 there. Yeah, so let's hope that's all correct and working out. Otherwise, we could go like down to 80 kilometers an hour. Maybe we're also gonna do that. I'm gonna keep an eye on that. Yeah, now it's 1.6%. So let's slow down to 80 kilometers an hour, just to be sure that we can make it. Yeah, by then it will be a pretty accurate arrival. Also, the NVW chargers there should be trailer friendly. So yeah, I'm gonna update you as soon as we get there. Okay, so we needed to do a slight readjustment because would have been just a bit too far, and we don't want to risk anything with the trailer because that would be dangerous. So we are deviating to maybe hopefully Total, with possibly up to 300 kilowatts, or otherwise a charge point charger at Shell or so, with 50 kilowatts, which is still enough to get to Fastnet, which is then better with a trailer. But we should be there at 6% around, so we're there already. So it's probably only downhill from here. Should be all good. But yeah, let's see about that. It's gonna be interesting. Of course, the Total chargers that you can see back there are all offline. So we're gonna go over to a nearby car dealership with a 50 kilowatt charger and get at least some juice there, to maybe even enough to get to Bad Camberg, I'm not sure. We're gonna see how well we can park there and how much of a hassle it will be. Let's hope that works out fine. It should be available. Let's hope it's not blocked by any parked car or something. Should be up there, so let's see. Okay, so we gotta get a bit creative because we don't want to block the whole parking lot here, but that should work like that. We're staying with the car, so nothing should happen. Let's authorize that boy. Okay, we had to move because that was the wrong charge point that we found there. And that's gonna be so tight, oh my god. Nope, that's not gonna work like that. I'm gonna have to move a bit, I think. Okay, we got it plugged in. Kind of a hassle and a stretch, but it works. Let's put in the strong parking brakes here. So that's good. Windshield washer fluid low, it just said. Probably because we're parked on a hill or something. All right, 2 hours and 20 minutes to charge until fully charged. Yeah, sure. Sure thing. Let's go to Bad Camberg. Yeah, we would be there with 0%. So let's charge up until we... Or, no, I would say let's see if we can make it to Fastnet next. Is that in here? Yes, there we are. Let's try to get to Fastnet. That's easier to park, for sure. Minus 5% set of charge there. Alright, let's charge to maybe 15 or 20%. And it's only 22 kilowatts. Wow. It was listed at 50. But yeah, that's all fine. Let's go to just enough to get there. Maybe I'm gonna replan. I'm gonna check Bad Camberg again. But yeah, we'll see. Okay, so we are going to NBW in Bad Camberg because that's closer. We're only getting 22 kilowatts from that charger here. And it's laid out pretty perfect for trailers. So we're gonna do a charge guide there because that's interesting. What's also interesting is that we made it 181 kilometers with about 80% state of charge. Because we had 84, 85, I think, when we started, and we arrived here with 5% state of charge, so that's pretty good. Could be worse, and 21.2, the consumption went up a bit, but still okay, so not too bad, but kind of in the region where I expected it to be. So yeah, I told it that we have a trailer on the back. I re-enabled trailer mode, so it now knows that. We're gonna charge up until we get like 5% buffer at NBW, I would say, and then we can head back out. We will then be arriving with more than 5% because we do need less than it thinks we do in trailer mode. But then we just have some buffer to be safe. Can't be too bad. So yeah, let's see. Okay, we are at 5% on arrival at Bad Camberg. I guess it will be around 7% when we get there, but we'll see. We got some buffer, that's all good. It's only 12 kilometers, so nothing to worry about. Let's unplug and head out because 22 kilowatts really isn't that much fun. Yeah. So that's good. Trailer's still good, I just checked, and we can hop back in and do what the car says. Oh my god, it's so warm in here. I need some white seat covers or something, I think. Oh damn, great thing. Let's carefully roll back without hitting that pole or any car that might be behind us, but still looking quite good. Turning in with the trailer without it going out on the street, always fun. And there's nothing right there. All right, good. Let's go back on the highway and let's get them let's let them overtake us. All right, great stuff. that Shell station could build some fast chargers here, but we couldn't charge there anyway because they don't work with any non-Shell charging app without a charging card, so it doesn't help me anyways. So let's go to NB. Okay, we made it with 6%, so we might have made it really closely, but no need to risk anything. But we are here, that's looking good. Let's plug in. Also, that fits quite well with the trailer. A bit over my parking space here, but there should be someone able to squeeze in if they ever needed to. Not that it would make any sense, but alright, let me authorize. Alright, looking good. It is connecting. Let's hope we get full speeds. Battery was at 40 something degrees Celsius here. 43. That's nice. 5 kilowatts. That looks like broken. No. Now we're going. Alright, 50 minutes to 100%. Alright, let's see. How far is it to the seat and greet? Remove charging stops. We are charging. How much do we need to get there? 150 kilometers. So, 70, 80, 85%. Maybe we want to add another charging stop in there somewhere up here. That is not really like perfect because it's not a pull in or pull through. Yeah, I'm gonna check charging time. Also, you can check the link either in that corner or down in the description to check out charging time. I'm gonna see what kind of charging stations we have there. We're getting full 170 kilowatts, so that's nice. But yeah, let's see what options we have. Maybe, yeah, we don't want to go too far away from the Autobahn. And we also want to make quite some distance. We are gonna navigate to the supercharger over there. Nope, I want the supercharger right next to it so the car knows that we're going there. But yeah, I'm gonna check what options we have and then we will charge up until we get there. Okay, so we again did some adjustment and we're gonna go to Bad Honnef, which we will be arriving at 27%, even with trailer mode active, so that's easy enough. Let's unplug. And we got Ionity and Aral Puls there. We've been there together before, so that's nice. And Aral Puls definitely has good trailer spots there, so we do like that. What happened? Yeah, of course charging needed to reach destination because it doesn't know that we will charge here because it's stupid. But we aren't stupid, so everything is fine. Of course, yeah, now it does show. So Aral Puls is back there, but we're gonna navigate to Ionity because it knows Ionity and then it can precondition. It will still try to add another supercharger, yep, which we won't use. Yeah, that should be good. 27%. We do have some buffer now. Trailer is all good. No one's coming here. Everyone's parking like crazy. BMW drivers don't understand how parallel parking works and just park in the wrong direction on their parking space. I should enable the GoPro so you can get some nice recordings and I can concentrate on driving. Nice. Let's go to Ionity or Aral Puls. Okay, we just arrived at Ionity and we're gonna enable trailer mode because it currently says we would be arriving with 7% in Hilden. I don't trust that too much, but yeah, we're gonna let it recalculate. We're at Ionity. There are some kinda trailer spots, not completely, but kinda works. So let's open up that charge port and let's grab that handle. And I'm gonna authorize before plugging in, otherwise it won't work. You are authorized to charge. That's perfect. Let's pull that cable around here. And let's see, we kinda need to yank it out a bit and try to get it in one-handed. Yes, here we go. All right, looking good. Let's see, can we squeeze through here somehow? Yes. We are communicating. Also, Aral Pulse added like a lot of chargers here. They got some truck chargers down the road back there, but now they got a lot here. That's pretty awesome. Gotta update my charge guide. We are at 32%, that's correct. And we should be getting good speeds now. Come on. Ramp. Please. 53. I think my car is gonna update faster and it's gonna be a bit more quiet in here. 120. 136. Let's see what it says, how much we are gonna need. 167. Pretty good. Minus 4%. That's not with trailer mode calculations. So, oh, it should be. Because it said, yeah, it said, yeah, and it said 7% on arrival. So I think we're gonna go get some buffer, maybe 10-15% of buffer, something like that, just to be safe. We can charge that definitely because we all know Hilden supercharger, there's enough for us to charge, so that's all good. But yeah, I think I'm quickly gonna run somewhere in there or maybe in the gas station, find a restroom and something to drink because that's kind of dead and I don't know if I want that. And I think then we can already head back out again. Pretty nice. All right, we're up to 77% because that took so long there. I'm gonna unplug because we can just leave. We're gonna be arriving with 36% with trailer mode, so probably even more in Hilden, but nice stop, definitely. Absolutely love those Aral Pulse stations over there. Also, the huge amount of Ionity chargers. Aral has like 12 CCS plugs and 6 Shademo plugs, while Ionity has like, I think 12 CCS plugs, which is awesome. It's a busy route here, so perfect location for that. And down the road there's even more, the truck charging spots from Aral with 8 CCS plugs. So if everything would be full over here, you currently could also go back there to Aral, which, yeah, you want to keep them available for trucks if possible, but if everything like goes crazy, then that would be an option. Now let's go the 75 kilometers to Hilden, and yeah, then we're only there 2 hours late. Awesome. So we arrived with actually 45% state of charge, so wouldn't even have needed to charge probably. But we came here with an average consumption of 21.6. Pretty good, I would say. Let's hop out and plug in, and oh my god, it's so warm here. Let's keep climate on. Perfect here with the trailer spots. Plugging in, and there we go. First supercharging stop here on the trip. That's funny, at our destination. So let's find our friends. They are probably somewhere around here, or maybe they're currently driving around. I don't know, but we're charging. Let's see. 100, 110, 125, 140, 155. Damn, pretty good for 45% state of charge. 165. Nice. All right, we're gonna start unloading the Twizy now. And I guess I'm not sure if I'm gonna put that in the video, because that's just about transporting it and trailering. So yeah, we'll see. But let's unload that boy. So that's what we came here for, to put the Twizy somewhere and have a nice view on all those cars from all of our friends over there. Pretty cool. Just a random Saturday meet, 600, 400 kilometers away from home. What you do on a normal Saturday in summer? Blocking a lot of supercharger stalls. Nice. All right, we are done eating, done charging almost. Car is still on the supercharger, but pretty much complete, 90 something percent. Twizy is back on the trailer. I wouldn't have had to charge it if I knew that we went to get some food, because now he's fully charged and on the trailer for quite some time. Let's see, how much do we have? 95, 96, something like that. Enough to go places. Let's get that handle back in, and somehow it doesn't want to, so here we go. All right, looking good. Oh my god, it's so nice in here. All right, let me put my camera back up, and it might need some juice, but we'll see about that. And then we are gonna get towards home. 96% state of charge, that's perfect. Let's maybe not film my address, because then I had to blur a lot again. It tells us to charge here for 15 more minutes. Definitely won't do that. Let's see. Wiesbaden. Is that a good charger? I don't know. We would be there with 15% state of charge, with 5% state of charge. I doubt we're gonna do 192 kilometers, but we'll just see again on the way, because we don't know now anyway. So let's kind of head towards that. Also interesting that my car plans with 5% arrivals. Normally won't do that. Normally it just wants to go down to 10%. That's interesting. Let's have a quick look. 21.7 was our consumption to here. So let's go back home. had a pretty easy arrival with 31% at Limburg, and not at the supercharger, but at Fastnet, because that's way more practical with the trailer. And there's still enough room for the next person to charge behind us, so that's nice. Let's authorize number 4 here. I wanted to authorize with Polestar charge and plug share, but Fastnet or the app didn't want to, so NBV it is. Alright, let's see. 31%, just as the car stated as well. And this screen doesn't look too good. That's wild. Maybe too much sun coming into here. I don't know. 18 seconds, contactors are going, and we are ramping. Let's hope to see good speeds. I warmed up the battery to 43 degrees Celsius, I think. So quite warm. Should be good to get full speeds. Let's lock in here. Let's see inside. What temperatures do we get? 44 degrees Celsius and 150 kilowatts, 164, 169. Nice. And yeah, that's pretty much full speed. So that's cool. Yeah, I'm not sure where we are heading next, so we're just gonna let it charge a bit. I need something to drink because I emptied out my water and I don't have anything left. So let's go find something to drink and see how much juice we get until then. Okay, we got us some drinks and too many for my cup holders, so I don't know what to do. That's kind of weird. Yeah, we could use the rear cup holders, but then I don't know. Yeah, we're just gonna keep them here and I'm gonna drive slowly or so. I don't know. We're at 94% self charge. We plan to go to Bruchsal as our roughly next stop. Maybe Ionity, maybe Supercharger, but probably not. Maybe NBV. They all should be kinda trailer friendly depending on how many people are there. So we're just gonna see if Ionity works and we're gonna go to Ionity. Otherwise, we're just gonna go over to Supercharger or NBV and look what seems to work better. We should be there with 22% state of charge, so some kind of buffer should be there. It's 171 kilometers. That should be no problem with 95% state of charge. Definitely more than 1.5 hours because we're only going 90 kilometers an hour max. I'd love to go slower or behind some truck or so, but yeah, that should be an i5, I think, because otherwise he wouldn't have been able to charge it. Or am I right? Yeah, I think so. Anyway, let's unlock charge port and unplug. There's an ID5 next to us, the BMW behind us. Good thing I pulled forward so much so they can charge behind us without any problems, so that's nice. That worked out just as I wanted it to. That's nice. Awesome. But Fastnet, maybe turn on the lights on your nice solar canopy because it's kind of dark here and the only thing lighting up that place are your very, very bright screens that burn out your eyes if there's no light. Yeah, anyway, looking good. Let's head out and go towards Bruchsal. arrived at Ionity with 12% state of charge and 43 degrees Celsius in the battery. Let's hope we had a lot of luck with the parking situation here, but let's hope the cable reaches over here. That's gonna be interesting. I'm pretty sure that won't reach, but let's try. Let's see how far we can yank that over. Oh wow, that might work. That actually might work. Let me just check that. Okay, I got it working. At least the cable reaches like that. That's wild. I wouldn't have thought that. Let me try to authorize real quick. Authorization worked. That's nice. Communicating. And we're actually not blocking anyone. Wow, that's awesome. Because these two are prepared for future use. And the ID3 of course uses the second stall, which is not too bad because he doesn't use the first one. So if they used this stall, we would have fucked up because we would have had to block the whole complete rest of the stalls, and I wouldn't want to do that. But like that, that's actually pretty nice because yeah, enough room for everything. So that's cool, but still Ionity. We need more chargers here, please. Bruchsal is always full, except for now, right? Of course, but it's like Saturday to Sunday night at 12 a.m., 12:26. So yeah, that's quite nice. Wow, and we're getting 170 kilowatts. So perfect. Let's juice up pretty good because I need some juice tomorrow, and I also need to like get Mike home and get myself home and get the Twizy home and get everything home. So let's take this good juice and these nice electrons, yeah, the juice, you know what I mean. And yeah, everything's still looking very good. Twizy is good in place. Not that I would have to check now as we're almost home, but good to see that everything's nice and safe and sound. And this is still the best like gap we could have here. That's so perfect. Yeah, okay, nice. Let's juice up and see what else we're gonna do. Great stuff. We're up to 87% state of charge. Way enough. I'm gonna be arriving with 70-ish% at home. That's pretty good. Let's unplug and get the cable back to where it belongs without being stretched like crazy. And it's so crazy warm. It only put like 70 kilowatts in the end, or 50 or so, but it's really hot to the touch. That's crazy. And it's there is coolant running through. I can feel it. So heavy chunky boy cable. Nice Skoda Enyaq coming in. Alright, that's looking not too good, but alright. It's good. It's fine. Please don't pull in right in front of us. I want to be able to exit easily. Yes, they are thinking and looking. I love people that think and look. So they're leaving some room for us to get out of here. Looking good. Did I stop the camera? I hope so. Otherwise, the storage is now full. Alright. Looking good. Let's head out. Let's get Mike home and then get me home. And it's already 12:50. Damn. Got kinda later than I thought it would, but still fine. Maybe I'm not gonna unload my Twizy today. Yeah, let's do the last. much arrived at home. I parked the Twizy on the trailer in the garage to keep it safe and so that I don't have to unload it tonight because I just want to go to bed, and yeah, that would be kind of stressful. And I'm really lucky to have that garage here where I can just put the Twizy in on the trailer, and it actually fit. That's so crazy. I have to close the garage and it's kind of making some noise, so let me close that up real quick and then I'm gonna give you my final thoughts and final stats. Okay, so now it's 1:50 a.m. I'm almost back home, pretty much. Twizy is parked and it worked out pretty well, I have to say. I kind of would have thought that finding chargers for a trailer would be harder than it actually was. Maybe we also got lucky, and of course it's a trip that I kind of know the chargers, so I know where some trailer friendly chargers are, which superchargers I don't want to go to or which I want to visit. But there were also some that we just had to look up the images and see if that worked out or not. And I would say it worked out pretty well. We never had to unhook the trailer, which is really good because that would be really it's not that big of a thing to do, but you have to find a place to put the trailer and you don't want it to get stolen, of course, and all of that. If it just stays on the back of the car, that's just so much easier. And we got pretty lucky. I would say the way towards Hilton wasn't as good because we kind of started with a bit too low state of charge in the battery, and we kind of didn't plan with enough buffer. So in the future, I know what to do. Just a bit more buffer just to be safe. It's better to arrive at 10% than at -2. So just that I'm gonna plan with that, then everything should be fine. Yeah, but other than that, we got pretty lucky with all the charging stops and it worked out pretty well. And there's an army of e-scooter drivers going by. Wow, what the heck? But yeah, anyway, let's have a quick look at our consumption stats. We drove 713 kilometers the whole way, so about 360 each way. Yeah, or 355, something like that. We used 157 kilowatt hours of energy with an average consumption of 22.1. Pretty good. We had a lot of thermal load on the car during the day, and yeah, now it's 24 degrees Celsius, so not that much thermal load, just a bit of climate air conditioning. But yeah, all in all, pretty good, I would say, for trailer and highway with 80 to 90 kilometers an hour most of the time. That's not too bad. So yeah, I would have expected worse consumptions by about 1.5 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers. So that's pretty good. We can still calculate with about 200-ish kilometers per charge with the trailer on the back. Of course, it takes way more time to get somewhere, but that's to expect. So we left at 8 p.m. In Hilden, pretty exactly at 8 p.m. and now it's 2 a.m. so yeah, about almost 6 hours. Again, on the way there it was 6.5 hours, but we hadn't had charge to 95%, so yeah, worked out pretty well. And also the charge planning wasn't as good on our way there. Yeah, anyway, way back worked awesome. So you see, also I'm still learning how to manage all that. That's just how everyone does it. Just don't be afraid to try, because what should happen? You see, it always works. You just have to try and you just have to want it, really. But yeah, I would say that's been it for this video. Thank you very much for watching and see you guys in the next one. Bye!